Walter is a hadrosaur dinosaur. Typically we call them duck-billed dinosaurs because they have this little bill on the front of their mouth. They were plant eaters and they had tons and tons of teeth in their jaw at any one time. This is a specific type of hadrosaur called a Griposaurus. It doesn't have any fancy headgear, just kind of a cow of the Cretaceous. That's really what they were doing, eating the low-lying plants and hanging out in the lush Greenland valleys right on the ocean coast. What makes Walter significant is in this formation that Walter is found in the Mesa Verde Formation, 74 million years old. Either the bones are perfect, pristine, or they are horrible in terms of their preservation. Walter is on the really good side. Most of his bones are intact. Most of the bones are in fantastic quality. And we have the preservation of tendons, which hadrosaurs have abundance of, ossified tendons. But Walter also has the preservation of what appears to be skin. All of those things combined, being in such exquisite quality, of a dinosaur that isn't necessarily going to be found often in this area, gives us the opportunity to really see what the range of these dinosaurs were, what the age was like of these dinosaurs, because Walter is very big, bigger than most of the dinosaurs that are found in this area. And figure out preservation. How can skin and soft tissues preserve when they're not supposed to? Skin should be gone, well gone, before anything fossilizes. It should be degraded. Predators should be ripping that skin off. But it's here.
Well, we realized when we had 8 people and could not move the jackets more than a few centimeters that we needed some help. And at that point we realized that maybe we could bring the sports teams back and get them to help and see what we could do. We did that, and unfortunately the quarry size restricted the amount of people that could work on the jacket at one time. And so we would have 50 people all around, but only about 10 could work on the jacket. And that was still not enough to move them. Our current estimates have them over 1,000 pounds each. We have 2 left, and those 2 have been a thorn in our sides for the last 9 months to a year. And we were hoping last summer to remove the rest of Walter and finish up the project, but these jackets have proved basically impossible to move by our limited amounts of manpower that we were able to have in the quarry available at any given time. And so we decided to reach out to school officials, local officials, and even state and federal officials. And so we started the chain in the fall and decided to reach out to see what we could do in order to procure assistance to move these jackets. And when we look back in paleontology history, there have been several cases where jackets that are too big to move have been moved by helicopter. And so we've had the chance to look back and see those work and not work, and hopefully learn from them and see where to go from there. And so we decided to shoot for the sky and, say, can we get a helicopter? Can we bring in this thing that could move these jackets that all of us are not able to move with our hands? We've even tried building a little cart. We built a little mechanism with wheels to try and haul it out. We had come-alongs, every kind of pulley mechanism we could. We could not move these jackets a reasonable amount of distance.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
So when we first discovered this dinosaur, we wanted to make sure that CNCC, our students, were able to take part in this discovery. It's one thing for a crew that's experienced to dig this out of the ground, but it's one thing to use what we are all about. Our mission as Colorado Northwestern Community College is to teach and to use that wherever we can. So one of the things that we did with this particular program is students are able to get college credit, geology college credit for field paleontology at the 200 level. No prereqs required. They come out with us. We teach them what they need to know. We teach them how to quarry. We teach them what bone looks like. We teach them how to plaster, how to jacket, all of these really cool things. And then at the end of their 2-week session, they're able to walk out with this incredible new skill set. Now, that may be true for paleontologists wanting to get a career, but it's also true for everyday people who may not necessarily go into paleontology, because it's problem-solving skills, it's communication, it's teamwork. Imagine telling a group of students of all ages, set up a shade tarp. Well, oh gosh, well, I don't know how to do that. Let me try to Google it. You know, maybe we can figure out what we need to do. Set up a shade tarp. No cell phone service. No handbook on how to do it. How do you set up a shade tarp? And for this site, teamwork, problem solving, these are the skills that we want to be able to teach for our students so that when they walk into an employer down the road, they're going to be able to do it. And that's what paleo is so good at. On the flip side, the field isn't the only part of our paleontology program. It is our paleo lab techniques. Because Colorado Northwestern Community College is a federal fossil repository, the only community college in the nation that we believe has this status, we're able to bring these fossils back and work on them and prepare them and basically get them ready for exhibits and for research. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do that. So our students get to have that opportunity as well. Back in the lab, no sun, no gnats, but other horrors as well. Students get research opportunities, they get internship opportunities. So paleontology here in terms of what we're able to do with the dinosaurs, with Walter, which kickstarted this whole thing, has been able to teach not just students enrolled in classes, but the community members coming out for the day, seeing what it's all about, whether it's out in the field or in the lab. And kids, we do tons of outreach. These are the best days in the quarry. We have kids ranging from 5 years old to 15 years old. And the look on their faces, even if it's just this little bit of coal or a little plant fossil, which, you know, we're dinosaur paleontologists, and so, oh, it's not a dinosaur bone, and we chuck it away. The look on their faces is the best thing ever. And the reason why I'm a teacher is because I love when that light bulb moment goes off and sheer joy in kids' faces, which adults have learned to suppress a little bit. But it's always so much fun to see that.